Bam. My peoples. My peoples. Check me out, man. First of all, let me say good morning. Happy Sunday. Beautiful day. You woke up, it's a beautiful day, no matter what the weather is, what the situation is, what the circumstances are. Beautiful day. We're awake. We're up. Um, so let me fill you guys in before we kick this thing off. Yesterday, I was calling the fights like I normally do, but right before we got to the main event, I started not feeling good. I started even a little bit dizzy. So like, you know what? I listened to my body and I said, I'm not gonna keep going. I felt my heart beating a little bit fast throughout, man. Okay, let me listen to my body and I cut the feed after the co-main event. So I missed the last fight. So why are we here this morning? Because I gotta watch it. I gotta watch how this main event played out. So I didn't see it yesterday. I didn't call it yesterday. Therefore, we're doing that now. Salute to everybody tuning in. Y'all already know. Behind the scenes on Back Center 2.0. We live, my peoples. Right now, Sajo, his name was just announced, and the announcer now, Pacheco is being announced, and it's about to go down, my people. So I'm gonna watch this fight for the first time. Like I said, I didn't see it yesterday. So, I know you guys, most of the people tuning in, you guys are real boxing folks who watch the fights, which suggests to me that you already saw it. You know how it plays out. But check it, man. You didn't see it with the Jay Smith commentary. Young Guns got the first snow of the year. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna tell you what I think right now, but I'm gonna tell you at 6'4" or 6'6", I'm not sure. Yo, Diego Pacheco, a big dude, bro. He a big dude. Corey B, glad you're okay. I'm good, family. I'm good for sure. Appreciate it. Young Guns, fights were that bad, Jay Smith. No, the fights were actually good. I wasn't feeling good physically myself. Um, I don't know. I think it's tough for me. You know that when fights get exciting, I get a little excited too, right? So I realized for me to call 4 fights back to back, I gotta scale down on the energy a little bit on the first couple of fights because I'm getting all excited, but I'm yelling a lot. I'm putting a lot of pressure on my voice, and I'm getting super excited. So my heart going fast and shit. And I'm telling you, man, by the time we got to the main event, I really wasn't feeling good. I'm talking about, I didn't even say goodbye to the people. I didn't say my people, I'm out of here. Nothing. Y'all know how I do. When I end the show, I like to give props to everybody who tuned in, show love to everybody who's showing me love. And yo, yesterday, after the cold main, I didn't even say nothing to nobody. I just cut the feed and went to bed, yo. Cut the feed, well, sat down for a little bit, drank some water, try to hydrate a little bit more, and then went to bed. Sad. I know your sentence structure. You can fool other clowns, but not me. Ugh. Keep talking. That pattern. We be recognizing the pattern and shit. So my peoples again, I'm gonna be watching Pacheco versus Sajo for the first time now, and I'll be calling her. Be calling her, of course. So here we go, my people. They both in the ring. Their name got announced. Let's get it, my people. Let's see why someone will say Pacheco's not the truth. Round number one, about to kick off, my peoples. The Jay Smith commentary on the way. You may have watched the fight yesterday, but you didn't watch it with the Jay Smith commentary. Here we go. Round number one, right away you see the difference in height. They standing in front of each other. Pacheco sets things off with the first couple of jabs, another jab. Okay, Pacheco using that jab, keeping Sergio at that distance, my people. But you see Sergio moving his head, trying to go in. That reach advantage is very noticeable. You see the lateral movement from Pacheco, quick jab. And again, you see Sergio going forward, trying to close the gap. You see the footwork. Hey, listen, double jab from Pacheco, Sergio with a left and right to the body, going forward. Again, Sergio close the gap, they go into a clinch. Those first few seconds already tell me, Pacheco is going to be using that distance, 1-2 from Pacheco. Again, you see Sergio going in. The jab, triple jab from Pacheco to the dome piece. Sergio tried to close the gap with a hard punch, but they go into a clinch. Here we go. They back in the middle of the ring, my peoples. The jab from Pacheco. 1-2 from Pacheco. That was a stiff one to the kisser. A left and a right from Pacheco. As Sergio is trying to close the gap. Jab to the forehead. 1-2 from Pacheco. Sergio with a right and a left as they go into a clinch, my peoples. What? Why would somebody say that Pacheco is not the goods? He's looking like the goods so far. It's only been a minute and 45 seconds into the first round. Jab, jab from Pacheco. Another double jab up right here in Pacheco. You see Sergio moving his head, trying to get in there, left and a right uppercut from Pacheco, and then they go into that clinch. Whoa, my peoples, is that type of fight? Silence beats, salute, my brother. I missed the fight yesterday, but I'm watching it and calling it this morning for y'all. They trading jabs now. You see, ooh, 1-2 from Pacheco. Sergio close the gap and throw some punches to the body in the clinch. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That jab from Pacheco has been steady. Oh, leaping left hook from Sergio. Another jab from Pacheco. Being consistent jab, right uppercut. Sergio moving in, taking a lot of punishment. A left to the body, right to the toe piece. Come on, my people. Sergio, he's got to do more. He's got to, oh, straight right hand to the melon from Pacheco. My peoples, listen, Sergio has to establish a jab. I haven't seen this fight. Remember, I'm seeing it for the first time. Left hook and a jab from Pacheco to the dome piece. Sergio trying to close the gap, trying to use those power punches. Barely using a jab while Pacheco keeping that stick out there. Sergio jumps in with a left hook and a right hand. So it's only round number two, and you see Sergio unloading with the big bounce, but he's missing Pacheco with the right and the left. You see the precision punch, left hook from Pacheco to the dome piece, a jab to the forehead. He keeping that jab out there. And Sergio, right to the body from Sergio, who lunges in with lefts and rights to the body. But come on, my peoples. Sergio, he got power. I can already see that. But at this point, it looks like he's just trying to use power punches. We just started this fight. He's not setting anything up. Okay, double jab and a right hand to the body from Sergio. He takes a jab and a right uppercut. He's trying to jab his way in now. Moving his head. Pacheco let his hands fly. Left, right uppercut to the nose piece. Come on, my people. Pacheco is showing his skills. He's showing his talent right now. Sergio is a guy, you can see it in his frame, and you can see the way he throws his punches. Strong fighter. But Pacheco very smart with that jab, keeping him at the right distance. Ooh, nice jab to the body from Sergio. Hasn't been doing that enough. Needs to do a lot more of those. Here we go. Pacheco keeping that pull out there, maintaining that right distance for himself to unload. Pacheco going forward though. Now you see Sergio going forward, moving his head, double jab from Pacheco as he backs away. There in the ropes, my people clenching. Whoa! Who said that Pacheco is not the goods? Who lied? Who lied to me like that? You a liar. Here we go, my people. You see Sergio going for ooh, 1, 2, 3 from Pacheco, real sharp. Jab to the body from Pacheco. What are we talking about? Another jab to the body. That was a stiff one. Sergio fading. Double jab and a straight right hand from Pacheco. Sergio going forward, straight right hand from Sergio. Right uppercut, tries a right hook while they clinch it. Come on. You see the talent in Diego Pacheco. You see the skills. Sergio trying to get on the inside, but Pacheco's not allowing him to. He's using that reach, that jab, that movement, that footwork. Sergio trying to smother him with punches, not landing clean though. Jab from Pacheco. You see Sergio again. Sergio is trying to make a miss and counter punch with big looping punches. But Pacheco's being very responsible with the deep. Oh, straight right hand and left hook to the melon from Pacheco. Jab from Pacheco. Sergio with a jab to the body. Another jab to the body and a right to the body from Sergio. They go into a clinch. Now you see again Pacheco with the jab. Ooh, Sergio with the leaping left hook to the mouthpiece. Ooh, Pacheco with the left to the mouthpiece as well. Returning fire, my people. Only round number three, you see the heavy artillery. They letting the hands fly. Listen, Sergio, he has landed some hard punches, but he's not landing enough. He's not having that consistency that he needs to win. Ooh, Pacheco with the right and the left hook to the wing piece of Sergio. Sergio going forward, and you see him looking to let the hands fly, but Pacheco, bam, 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 is not allowing him to close the gap. That's the one thing about a fighter who has that much of a reach and high advantage. Straight right hand from Pacheco to the forehead. He's not, if he's good, if he got those skills, he's not going to allow you to close the gap without making you pay. Jab from Pacheco as he goes lateral. Straight right hand from Sergio. Misses, they go into a clinch. Sergio trying to throw punches while they clinching. Pacheco is very smart when they clinching, holding the arms, making sure he don't get hit. Here we go, my people. They back at it. 45 seconds to go into round number three. Straight right hand to the dome piece from Pacheco. Jab from Pacheco. See, once again, Sergio with the left hook going forward. Pacheco with the straight right hand and the left to the body. Sergio misses. Pacheco returns fire with the left and the right. They go into a clinch once again. Sergio throwing punches while they clinching, my people. Come on, man. Here we go. Pacheco backs away as Sergio was trying to punch in the clinch. They back in the middle of the ring, my people. Sergio standing inside of that, the zone logo, takes the left hook to the mallet. Here we go. Round number four, my peoples. I'm watching the the short version, so there is no in between rounds. It's just action right here, my people. That's what we witnessing. You see Sergio trying to go forward, trying to get in there, but Pacheco won't allow him to. That jab has been disruptive. Young Guns Jay Smith getting a cardio workout. You know it. You know it. Ooh, Sergio with a jab to the body and a straight right to the body. Pacheco, ooh, Sergio with a left to the body. Sergio misses with a right to the top, Patrick with a left. Sergio with a left to the melon as they clinching. Here we go, my peoples. The referee separate them from that clinch. 2 minutes to go into round number four. Triple jab from Pacheco. Sergio with hard punches lunging in, but those don't land. Ooh, right uppercut from Pacheco. Ooh, a left to the body from Pacheco. They go into the clinch. You see Sergio holding the left arm, trying to punch with the right arm. Going forward again. Pacheco with a left to the dome piece. Sergio with a right to the shoulder. Pacheco with a left to the body. They clinching once again. Listen, Sergio is trying to make one of those type of fights where you're gonna be smothering your opponent, where you're gonna be all over him, when you're constantly going forward. But Pacheco, he's not falling for that. He letting the hands fly consistently. Every time Sergio close the gap, you see Pacheco letting the hands fly, whether it's the jab as he's coming in or once he's already in there, bam, bam, bam. Right now, look, Sergio. One thing that Sergio's doing, I'm surprised. I don't know if the referee has warned him. He holds one arm, like literally holds the arm and starts punching with the other one. I think I've seen the referee warning him for that one. They're in the middle of the ring, my peoples. Already in round number four, you can see who's the technically sound fighter out of the two. You can see who's the better fighter. In round number four, I have it. You got it 4-0. Yup, that's how I have it, my brother. 4 rounds is it. I haven't seen Sergio do anything to say, okay, he won this round. He's had some moments, landed a few shots here and there, but now Pacheco is outboxing him clean, landing the better punches, outworking him, landing more consistently. It seems like every time Sergio attempts to close that gap, pop, 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 he's eating two, three. Here we go. The referee got somebody wiping the corner. There was water on the floor. Here we go. They back in action, my people. Let's get it. You see, it's the ebb and flow. Sergio trying to go forward, and you see a lot of jabs from Pacheco before he's able to close the gap. Sergio then lunges in, left, right to the body. Pacheco backs away jabs. One, two, three from Pacheco to the mouthpiece and nose piece. As they clinch it, you see Sergio punching, trying to let the hands fly. Straight right hand to the dome piece from Pacheco. Jab from Pacheco. See Sergio once again trying to close that gap, trying to let the hands fly. Looping punches from Sergio. Haven't been too, I would say, successful with those looping punches. Ooh, a jab and a right uppercut from Pacheco to the forehead of Sergio. They go into that clinch. Here we go, my people. The referee separates them. They back in action. Ooh, double jab, right uppercut from Pacheco. Sergio. Ooh, Sergio catches Pacheco with a right looping hand to the face piece. Pacheco with the straight right hand. Sergio with the looping right hand once again. He's trying to land that looping right hand, but it's landed here and there, not enough. You're not doing enough. And you go Pacheco with the jab, who we've already seen. He established that from early on. Looping right hand from Sergio misses. That was a wild one. Straight right hand from Pacheco to the forehead. As they clinch, you see Sergio with the left to the body. They clinching, my peoples. They fighting for position. Ooh, Pacheco misses with a right uppercut. He was trying to send him straight to Valhalla. He was trying to do him in, my peoples. If you just tuning in, check it. I missed the fight yesterday. This is the main event, Pacheco versus Sergio. I'm watching it this morning for the first time, and I'm calling it for you, my peoples. Pacheco with the jab to the nose piece. Pacheco with the jab to the mouthpiece, my peoples. Clinching. Ooh, Sergio with a left to the mouthpiece. Pacheco with a left to the rib cage. Another jab to the nose piece from Pacheco, who gives him a 1, 2, 3 and a little shove. You see Sergio going forward. Oh, he took right hand to the nose piece. Pacheco with a right and a left to the body. Another right and a left to the body. A right and a left to the body for Pacheco. Letting the hands fly. Sergio with a left and a right to the body, my people. Putting hands on him as well. Ooh, Pacheco with the right uppercut to the nose piece. Sergio misses with a looping right hand. That was a wild one, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes to go into round number 6. 1, 2 to the dome piece for Pacheco. Ooh, right uppercut from Pacheco to the mouthpiece. That was a tasty one. You see, round number 6, the heavy artillery, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. They in the clinch, fighting for position, pushing each other around, shoving, holding arms. Here we go. They in the middle of the ring, right inside of the zone logo. You see the jab to the body from Pacheco, looping right hand to the dome piece from Sergio. Back to that clinch. Sergio smothering him. Oh, left to the nose piece from Pacheco. All right to the earpiece from Sergio. They go back into a clinch. They hold it, fighting for position. Hold it, pushing each other around. Ooh, Sergio with a left and a right. Another right from Sergio. But Pacheco returns fire with a right to the forehead. Here we go. They in the ropes, holding on. Ooh, Pacheco backs away from a left hook. Sergio with a right to the body, left to the body from Sergio, right uppercut to the nose piece from Pacheco, who's now using that lateral movement, using that forward 1, 2 from Pacheco as Sergio's going in, trying to let the hands fly, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, man. So far, I got Pacheco winning every round. Jab for Pacheco, jab, 1, 2, 3 for Pacheco. Another straight right hand to the melon. Sergio with a left and a right. They go back into that clinch. Here we go. You see Sergio going forward, eating some jabs. Straight right hand for Pacheco. Oh, straight right hand for Pacheco to the melon. Sergio with a leaping left hook to the mouthpiece. Going forward. Sergio with a left, they go into that clinch. The reason for all these clinches is Sergio. He keeps going forward, looping hands and smothering them. Pacheco pushes off. Jab 1, 2 from Pacheco, a left hand. 1, 2, 3 from Pacheco and an uppercut as he backs away. A left uppercut as he uses that lateral movement. They're back in the clinch because Sergio just keep going forward, smothering them. And that's what he has to do. He's a shorter fighter. He's at a reach disadvantage. And Sergio already tasted it. He knows it. If we stay at this distance, he's gonna put all type of hands on me. He gotta smother him. He has to do it. You see the jab from Pacheco, my people. Ooh, left from Sergio. Ooh, Pacheco with the right uppercut to the kiss up. You see the heavy artillery. It's been out, my people. They in the middle of the ring. Straight right hand from Sergio. Left to the body from Pacheco. Back to that clinch. While they clinching, you see Sergio punching to the body. Look at Sergio holding the left arm, but also punching him. The referee pushes his hand off. Here we go. They back in action, my people. The referee separated them in the middle of the ring. You see the jab. Ooh, nice jab to the mouthpiece from Sergio. Straight right hand from Pacheco. Right, left to the body from Sergio. That one landed nicely. Pacheco felt that they clinching. The referees watching closely, looking out for those dirty tactics. Left to the body from Pacheco, left to the dome, right to the dome piece from Sergio. Sergio with a loopy right to the dome piece. Once again, they go into that clinch. Sergio is making it that type of fight, my peoples. I don't know. This round right here may the way that this round played out may have gone to Sergio. If Pacheco doesn't do anything significant, he's been smothering him, he's been all over him, making it a difficult fight. Left to the body from Pacheco as they clinch it. 30 seconds to go into round number 7. I've given all rounds to Pacheco, but this one may go to Sergio. Left to the body from Pacheco. Pacheco with a left to the dope piece, left to the body, they go back into that clinch. Referee separates them. A left for Pacheco. Sergio with a left and a right. Sergio misses with a right. Pacheco catches with a right uppercut. The round is over. That was a very close round. The best round for Sergio so far, my people. They traded some nasty leather. They back in action. Round number 8. In the middle of the ring. Left to the dome piece from Sergio as they was clinching. The referee separated them. Jab from Pacheco. Straight right hand from Pacheco. Sergio misses with a left. 1-2 from Pacheco. Sergio with a right to the body. Sergio with a left to the body. They clinch. Ooh, Pacheco eats a left hook to the mouthpiece from Sergio. That was a tasty one. They in the middle of the ring, my peoples. Pacheco goes down, but that was a knockdown, my peoples. I thought that was a slip. Pacheco goes down in round number 8, ladies and gentlemen. Why did you not tell me that Pacheco got taken down, my peoples? Here we go. They in action. Whoa, they smother him. Is Pacheco hurt? Pacheco with a left. Sergio smothering him. Left to the body from Pacheco. Left to the body from Pacheco. After Sergio landed his own left to the body. You see Sergio going forward. Ooh, right uppercut from Pacheco. Ooh, left uppercut. Left hook from Pacheco. Right from Sergio. Landed some bombs upon each other. They trying to inflict some bodily harm. All right from Pacheco. All right from Sergio. Sergio with a left. Sergio with a right to the dome piece as they clinch it. A minute to go into round number 8. Here we go. They back in action. Sergio's looking tired. 1-2 from Pacheco. Sergio going forward, moving his head. Pacheco with the jab. Trying to time him, trying to counter him going in. Trying to set him up with something. Here we go. They in close range. Pacheco was able to evade a 1-2. A right hand and a left hook from Sergio. But Sergio keeps going forward. Relentless pressure from Sergio. Constantly. Ooh, Pacheco with a left hook, left uppercut, right hand, Sergio with a jab. Sergio goes forward, misses with a left and eats a right hand, and then lands his own right hand to the body of Pacheco. This, ooh, they traded leathers to end the round, my people. Round number 9, 1-2 from Pacheco. Sergio with his own 1-2, they go into a clinch. This is one of those type of fights, man. And I told people this yesterday. Sergio is the type of guy that you're gonna have to beat him up. You're not just gonna get him out of there like that. He's one of those fighters, like there's others, that they're just gonna eat everything you got. They're not gonna go away. So you're gonna have to beat him up for 12 rounds. They in the middle of the ring, my peoples. Sergio going forward, which has been the case the whole time in this fight. They in the middle of a clinch, my peoples. 2 minutes to go into round number 9. Right from Sergio to the body. Science says Diego versus Billy next. Ooh, that's a fight. That's a fight. You see, and Billy is gonna give him more problems because he's sharper and more active than Sergio. And Billy's not gonna smother you. He's gonna stand. The difference between Billy and Sergio is that Sergio is mothering you and causing a lot of clinches. and Billy's gonna stay at the right range, pop, 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 and tee off on you. So it's a different fight, man, and Billy's gonna be a problem. Problems. Hold on, we got a dummy in here. We got a dummy up in here. We got some dummies in the building. We got some dummies in the building. Hold on, my people. We got some dummies in the building. My people, they trading leather. You see it, round number 9, and it's been the ebb and flow where they go into a clinch because Sergio keeps going forward. Ooh, Pacheco with the 1-2. Pacheco with the right hand and the left to the mallet. Pacheco with a right to the dope piece. My peoples, why y'all didn't tell me that Pacheco went down though? Why y'all didn't tell me? I should have told me, man. Yeah, should have told me. Why would you not tell me this? Should have told me, man. I didn't know that. Round number 10, my people. Ooh, they traded leather. Both landed some big bombs to the dome piece, my people. Here we go, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Left to the melon from Sanja. They clinching inside of the zone logo in the middle of the ring. Ooh, a jab and a right uppercut from Pacheco to the mouthpiece, to the nose piece of Sajo. They clenching, my peoples. The vegetable salad paid us a visit from his wheelchair. Here we go. Oh, you see Sajo trying to land some punches while they clinching. Left hook from Sajo. Pacheco with a left and a right to the dome piece. Sajo with a right to the earpiece. Referee separates them. Sajo misses with a left. Pacheco catches him with a right. And clinching, my peoples. Pushing for position. 1-2 from Pacheco. Oh, Sajo catches him with a right to the mouthpiece. That was a real good shot. And Pacheco ate that. Ate that like it was a chicken burrito. So now I know that Pacheco could take a shot because he ate a bomb right there. Saja catches it with a right but misses with a looping left. They go into a clinch once again. They trading leather, my people, right by the ropes. Pacheco with a right to the body, a right to the dopey. Saja with a left to the body. Come on now. They out there trying to inflict some bodily harm. I'm just telling you what's going on. They trying to inflict bodily harm. Here we go. They in the middle of the ring, my people. Oh, left to the body from Pacheco. Saja with a left to the dome piece. Right to the dome piece from Pacheco. Left to the dome piece from Pacheco. Pushes away. Oh, 1, 2, 3 from Pacheco. 1, 2, 3, 4 from Pacheco. He landed them punches. The round is over. Now we on round number 11. Pacheco's winning this fight. Saja, he knows he needs a stoppage. Saja knows, my people, that he needs to get a stoppage. Right hand from Saja. They clenching, my people. It's been that type of fight. This is a tough fight, my people. Trust me. Pacheco, 2 right hands and a left hook. Saja with a left and a right and a left and a right to the body. Saja with a left and a left to the body as they clinching. They showing the punch stats and it's almost even. It's almost even, the punch stats. Pacheco is edging him out by a little bit. Ooh, left uppercut to the mouthpiece. A right to the dome piece from Pacheco. A right from Sajo and a right from Sajo once again as they clenching. Ooh, Pacheco with a left uppercut to the mouthpiece. Sajo misses with a looping right hand. That's the thing, that Sajo is missing with a lot of punches. He's missing a lot, yo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 from Pacheco to the mouthpiece, the earpiece, the dome piece of Sajo. Sajo with a left and a right to the body and a left up top. They clinching, my people. Here we go. A minute to go into round number 11. They holding on to each other. They both may be tired at this point. You see Sergio going forward. You see the lateral movement from Pacheco. Ooh, jab and a right hook from Pacheco. You don't see the same herbs and spices behind Pacheco's punches. Ooh, catches. Sergio with a left uppercut to the mouthpiece. Sergio catches with a right to the dome piece. Then he retaliates with another left uppercut to the nose piece. A straight right hand from Pacheco. Sergio with a right to the body. They clinch it. Ooh, boom, boom, boom. 3-4 hit combination. A right, a left, and a right for Pacheco. Land hands flat. A left and a right for Pacheco. A left to the body. Pacheco is unloading. They go back into that clinch. Right uppercut and a left hook from Pacheco. Sergio with a right to the body. Sergio with a right. Pacheco with a right and a left. Sergio with a right to the dome piece. Smothering them. Third round is over. Here we go, my people. Listen, this a main event worthy type of fight. They giving us the goods. Ooh. Pacheco starts with a left hook to the dome piece and a left to the body. And another left to the body from Pacheco. Now he's pushing forward. Straight right hand, left hook from Pacheco. Right hand to the dome piece from Pacheco. Now they go into a clinch. Pacheco is definitely ahead of the cards. I know they headed into this round. And Sergio's team knowing that he need a stoppage. A jab from Pacheco, jab straight right hand, left hook, right uppercut from Pacheco. Another jab. He jabbing the crap out of Sergio right now. Ooh, straight right hand from Pacheco. Sergio missing with a left hook. They go into a clinch. Sergio with a right to the dome piece. They get separated. Ooh, right to the dome, left to the body from Pacheco. Being smothered by Sergio. Now they clinching, my peoples. A minute and 45 seconds to go into round number 12. Sergio need a knockout. Ooh, Pacheco with a left and a right to the dope piece and another left and a right to the dope piece. Ooh, Sergio catching with a right to the dope piece and a left. Pacheco catching with a left and a right. They traded some nasty leather, my people. Ooh, Sergio catching with a right to the mouthpiece as the referee was trying to separate them. Protect yourself at all times, Pacheco. Don't let them do you like that. Here we go. They clinching, my people. A minute to go into the round. The referee separates them. They back in action. Jab from Pacheco. Another jab, another jab. Putting that paw out there. Ooh, right hand from Sergio. Ooh, four-hit combination Pacheco to the dome piece. Sergio retaliates with a left and a right to the melon of Pacheco. They clenching. My peoples, this been an action-packed type of fight. You guys didn't tell me that. Ooh, a right from Sergio and a right uppercut from Pacheco. Retaliation to the fullest. 1, 2, 3 from Pacheco. That left hook was to the body. Sergio with a left. All right to the dome piece from Sergio. All right uppercut from Pacheco. A left from Sergio. A left and a right from Pacheco. Sergio with a right to the dome piece as they clinch it. Left to the body from Sergio. 10 seconds to go into the round. The referee separates them. Jab from Pacheco. Jab from Pacheco. He's not going to let him get inside. One last big haymaker from Sergio to end the round. The fight is over, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. There you have it. I got to finally see Pacheco versus Sergio. You guys got to see. I'm calling it for you guys early in the morning. Yo, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. I understand why it went the distance. Um, Somebody said, nah, Pacheco is not the goods. I don't know why you would say that he's not the goods, bro. Like, that's a tough fighter. He faced an undefeated opponent who obviously never been stopped, but a very strong guy who's gonna keep going forward, who's gonna keep fighting, who's gonna make it difficult. You can't say that he's not the goods because he won the fight and he won it convincingly. It's not like Pacheco was gifted. I'm pretty sure nobody woke up to they say, "Yo, Pacheco got gifted the W," but they gave it to him. Nobody woke up saying that. We all know he won the fight. He won it convincingly. He beat a tough opponent, my peoples. Come on now. That's a tough opponent. Eric Gomes. Did you see Bill pulling up on Eddie Hearn? I've seen it, but I really haven't watched the video. I haven't seen the exchange really. So I seen a post about it, but I really have to check it out. Because yesterday I missed the main event, so today I woke up focused on on watching and calling this main event, getting this in here. You know what I'm saying? But I see that Bill, pulled up on Eddie. Eric Gomes. He wants that Cracker fight next. That's a good fight, man. Donovan Crocker. I became a fan because I had not seen him fight before. I seen highlights. So his last fight, I actually sat down and I called it. Oh, wait a minute. Donovan Crocker is the goods. He can fight. But Devin is going to cook him. Devin is cooking him. Tell you that right now. J Max, I haven't been on here for quite some time. Good morning, Mr. J Smith. Salute, my brother. Bam. I was watching the main event because I missed it. And I was like, nah, man. This morning, as soon as I wake up, I'm going to watch the fight. I'm going to call it. And I'm going to see for myself what the fuzz is all about. Some people in the chat, somebody told me that Pacheco's not all that he's not the goods. But somebody hit me up too. Privately was like, Pacheco, he didn't even get the stoppage. He could have stopped this guy. And watching the fight now, I think it's a quality win for Pacheco, a very good win. He beat a tough, undefeated opponent, a power puncher, a guy who's not gonna go away, who's gonna be in front of you. That's a good win. This guy Sajo is no bum. People want you to knock everybody out and wash everybody. And as soon as you don't dominate somebody, oh yeah, you ain't know that. You didn't dominate. That's not the way that it works. Styles make fights. You're not gonna dominate everybody. God body and Bailey fighting Shiraz. Next, Pacheco should fight Lester. Yo, I'm gonna say something, my peoples. I love that fight. And Bailey versus Shiraz. I love that fight. That's that's gonna be so explosive because you have two fighters who both like to apply pressure. You know what happens in a fight like that? It's not gonna take long for a fight to break out. A fight is gonna break out in that fight early. I told you that. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. They really gonna go at it. Young Guns, Iglesias, Jamal, Hamza. I take all these guys over Diego. I mean, let's see. Let's see how it plays out because I'm sure some of them is gonna end up in the ring with him. But here's what you gotta understand, man. Diego Pacheco, he's young and he's a big dude, bro. So what you don't realize is that a lot of fighters that are like him, they're always fighting smaller guys because they that big. And in fact, I'm referencing the height and reach advantage that they always have in their fights. So when you get in there when Hamza Shiraz, Hamza is not gonna be punching down. He's not gonna be fighting the little guy. You're gonna be fighting the guy that's right there with him. Let me give you an example so you can see what I mean. Look at Deontay Wilder, right? And I'm not comparing. When anybody say, "Oh, this guy's not Wilder, that guy's not Wilder," I'm not comparing anybody to Deontay Wilder. But check this out. We all know that Wilder's not the most technically sound boxer out there, right? But we saw the success that he enjoyed throughout his career before he lost. And a major part of that success is that Deontay Wilder is really tall and always has the reach advantage on his opponents. So they may be technically better than him, but with that long reach advantage and that power, that right hand, he can land it from a distance and knock you out where you can't even reach him. You can't even reach him. He got a crazy reach advantage on you. You gotta close that gap. If he catch you trying to close that gap with that right hand, you done for. So whether or not people accept his skills as a fighter, because people say he got no skills, and that's not correct. Deontay Wilder went all the way to the top of the heavyweight division, and that reach was a big part of it, the reach and the power, because he's not the most skilled fighter, right? But who was the first guy to beat him? Tyson Fury, a guy who's just as big as him. Why? Because he fought Tyson Fury. Now, was his usual advantage, reach and power, he didn't have it anymore. Now you're fighting a guy that's just as big as you. So all I'm telling you is, Hamza Shiraz, when he get in there with Pacheco, he's not gonna have. And again, I didn't compare Wilder to Shiraz, but all I'm saying is Shiraz is not gonna have that reach advantage on Pacheco when they get in there. Styles made fights. I'll give you another example. Look at Devin Haney. People thought Brian Norman Jr. was gonna knock him out. Gonna knock him out. But the difference between Jin Sasaki and Devin Haney, Jin Sasaki was a little dude in front of Brian Norman Jr. Devin Haney was 1 inch taller than him. So it's different when you enjoy a reach advantage and you know how to use it. It's different than when you don't have it anymore. That's it. You don't have that. People underestimate the significance of reach advantage. Y'all underestimate that. That's why you don't realize sometimes how great a fighter is when they beat a guy that's a lot bigger or that's a lot taller. You don't realize what it takes. Like to give you an example, if I find somebody that has my same exact level of skills, we're the same skills, exactly, we're even, but he's 6 inches taller than me. That reach advantage is gonna make the difference if we box. That is gonna make all the difference because skills wise, speed wise, we're about the same. But that reach, he could punch me from where I can't reach him. So that's something that fans underestimate reach advantage and what it means. And when a fighter relies on his reach advantage, when that's taken away, you're done for. You're done for because you don't have that advantage anymore. My peoples, let me give you so you could get your Sunday started off with a bang. Let me give you this week's recap. We had a very interesting week, I might say. I'm gonna give you the quick recap. God damn, we got a lot of shit up in here. Give you guys the quick recap. So we already know Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, talking about that fight and our expectations. We made a lot of predictions. There's people that who feel like Teofimo is gonna knock Shakur out, and then there's people saying, no, 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 Shakur's gonna make it look easy, gonna outbox him. So I talk to him. You know how we do, my G. There's people saying that the fight is gonna be a draw. We have to see how it plays out. But just remember, my people, on Box Center 2.0, I am gonna make my official prediction for this fight. If you're trying to flip your money, if you're gonna put money on this fight, listen to Jay Stradamus. Or go the opposite way and lose your money. You can do that too. It's up to you. All up to you. And by the way, my people, salute to everybody tuning in on Box Center with Jay Smith. Salute to everybody on Box Center 2.0 behind the scenes doing what we do. Yes, sir. Eric Bones, Crocker undefeated. Crocker beat Patty Donovan to become IBF champion. That's the fight. That's the first time that I actually saw Crocker. like a whole fight. I was calling it. Cropper versus Donovan was it was a slugfest. It turned into a slugfest basically. But you know he's not gonna be able to have that type of fight with Devin Haney. You're not listen. The thing about fighters like Dev, he has a level of skill that you're not gonna force him into something he don't want to do. Crocker, he's a rugged fighter. He's a guy that he wants to trade level with you. He wants to outgun you. He wants to out tough you. But we know what Devin Haney brings to the table. Devin Haney's a special fighter. But against Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, that fight, is going down on January 31st. We know the type of action we're going to get. That's going to be a special showdown. Special showdown. My peoples, a topic of conversation that we visited a bunch of times throughout the week was Mauricio the Goofball Sulaiman. Brad Langley, who you got, Tio versus Shakur? I haven't made that prediction yet. I'm gonna make it on Box Center 2.0 this upcoming week. You better be subscribed to Box Center 2.0. But I will make my official prediction on this fight. I'll announce it first. My people, I'm bound prediction on the way. Check it out. So stay tuned in. But a topic of conversation that kept coming up throughout this week on Boxing for Breakfast was Mauricio the Goofball Sulaiman. Why? We know he stripped Terrence Crawford, and now this whole situation, Crawford will not be fighting, guys who are ranked with the WBC. Um, and the fans are divided about this whole situation. Some people got Mauricio Sulaiman's back for the first time ever. We're seeing fans siding with the sanctioning body, something we never seen before. And then some people are like, nah, Crawford, you don't need to allow yourself to get robbed. But to give you my understanding on this whole situation, this is not the 60s, this is not the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. This is 2025, my peoples. You know what that means? Fighters have a platform. They didn't have that before. When Riddick Bowe put his WBC title in a trash can because he didn't want to pay the fee, he didn't have a platform. That kind of just goes away. Now it's different. Crawford has millions of supporters across different social media platforms. He has endorsement deals. He has more options. Now TKO is out here. And TKO, Dana White, His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh, they're going to be pouring a lot of money into boxing. So fighters now have options. It's not like back in the days where like do what you're told or get the hell out of here. Okay, you think you're gonna be like that? No, Mauricio Sulaiman is gonna take a L to Terrence Crawford. Why? Crawford is still gonna make millions of dollars. Canelo wants the rematch. That's not gonna stop his money. He's gonna still make money. He's still gonna accomplish. But Mauricio the goofball Sulaiman diminished the brand, diminished the WBC. Now some people see that green belt like a trinket. Now people question it. Where all that money going to? What are you doing with this money? Where's all the fighters that you helping? What exactly is it that you put everything into question? He took a L. He took a L to Terrence Crawford, my people. Brett Langley, Tio is a hell of a fighter, but he's disrespectful as shit. I don't like that at all. I don't like that either. And I said it before, cause he supposedly be trolling with racist shit. It makes me question it because to my experience, people who get upset and troll with racist jokes are usually racist. They usually expressing how they really feel. So with Teofimo, it's crazy because he's done all that racist stuff, and then supposedly he take it back. No, I'm just trying to start the fight. I'm just trying to get the fight. So it makes you wonder. Are you really playing? Are Are you really joking, or you're a racist? I don't think that's something to play with. That's something to joke with. And if you joke with that, you're gonna make me wonder what's good with you. You're gonna make me think. Mauricio Sulaiman made me think about that. Because I'm like, wait a minute. He stripped Terrence Crawford shortly after becoming undisputed in the division, right? But then it makes me wonder, why was David Benavidez the number one challenger for Canelo Alvarez for how long? 2 years? Why Mauricio the Goofball Sulaiman never mandated that fight? Why he didn't tell Canelo, you gotta fight Benavidez, he number one, or you're gonna get stripped? Why that didn't happen? Help me understand it, my people. David Benavidez had to leave the division like fuck it. It don't matter how long I stay at number one. They not gonna mandate this fight. They not gonna make him fight me. That's their guy. Mauricio, he Mexican. The WBC is based out of Mexico. Canelo is the face of boxing, Mexican. They want him to have that green belt. It is what it is. Eric Holmes. If you don't pay fee, undisputed doesn't count. You see, that's the problem. That people were brainwashed to be sheep. When you're a sheep, you think everybody got to do the same thing. But that's why I got more respect for Terrence Crawford. He not a sheep. He gonna teach Yan that you don't have to do what you told. You don't have to follow them. Terrence Crawford already accomplished undisputed whether or not Mauricio the Ghost Boss Sulaiman likes it. We know who he beat. He beat the undisputed champion and got all of the titles, and the WBC is the only ones, the greedy pieces of shit that said, nah, we need 300,000. Well, guess what? You're gonna turn into a trinket. The WBC is gonna turn into shit. They took a L, bro. They took a nasty L. Brad Lange, Eric Bones, technically, I guess you're right, but really, that's bullshit. I mean, come on now. The, think about it. The fact that you have to say it doesn't count, right there, it tells you it counts. The fact that you have to say that, it tells you it counts. The undisputed champion, you go in there, you beat the undisputed champion. Now, I ask you this. When you watch TV, what are you watching? Are you watching the belts fight each other? Are you watching highlights of the belts? Are you watching highlights of Mauricio Sulaiman? Are you paying pay-per-view to watch Mauricio Sulaiman? Let me know how many videos of the belts have you seen? How many videos you watch of the belts? So, man, it's not about the belts. It's about the champion. Mauricio the Goofball Sulaiman is going to learn that the champion is bigger than the belts. When will they learn that? You see, Eric Gomes, that's what you don't understand. You're talking about people from the 70s, the 80s. You're talking about people that did not have a platform. They did not have social media. They did not have millions of followers. They did not have endorsement deals the same that they got now. They did not have a TKO league, another other boxing leagues that they could go to and say, F yeah. They didn't have those avenues, my brother. It's different. But because you're a sheep, what you're saying, yo, the fighters from back in the days got jerked. So they got to get jerked too. They got to give up their money to the sanctioning body and get jerked like fools because everybody got jerked in the past. You sound like a dummy and don't even know it. Is it your hate for Crawford, or you don't realize that you sounded like a dummy? Like, yo, they got jerked in the past, so they should keep getting jerked in the future forever. No, goofball. It's not the way that it works. You need somebody that's not a sheep to say, no, I don't have to give you my money. I got other things that I could do and still make a lot of money, which you're going to witness. You're going to witness Terrence Crawford making a shitload of money. He didn't need the WBC. He don't need the WBC. Because guess what, Eric Holmes? Whether you understand it or not, Terrence Crawford's bigger than the WBC. He's bigger than Mauricio Sulaiman. You ain't never watched, you ain't never YouTube or Google a video of Mauricio Sulaiman. You ain't never, you don't follow Mauricio Sulaiman. You follow Terrence Crawford though. Every single thing that Terrence Crawford does, you're following it and looking for a negative spin that you can put on it. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they took a L with that move, a nasty L. And you're gonna see with KO coming next year. You're gonna see a lot of fighters going like this to Sulaiman. So who you think won? If Terrence Crawford keeps doing good going forward, but Mauricio Sulaiman has fighters now going like this and people leaving, who you think won? When all Mauricio Sulaiman had to do was allow Crawford to hold on to the title 4 or 5 months and then let him vacate when he go to 160. No problem. Everything is kosher. But now because you did that, look at you. You got the fans divided. You got fighters behind the scenes saying F the WBC, F Sulaiman. You have fighters showing their support for Terrence Crawford. You have TKO League right around the corner ready to invest millions into boxing. The WBC is cooked. When it's time for the sanctioning bodies to go down, they the first one on the list, bro. All because of this. You see, Eric Gomes, just like you thought that Canelo was gonna knock Crawford out, and I remember you used to tell me he was gonna make it look easy, and Crawford ain't fight nobody, and you told me about weight classes for a reason. And Mauricio Sulaiman felt just like you. You know why? Because Sulaiman don't know shit about boxing. He ain't never punched nobody in the face. He never been punched in the face. He don't know shit about boxing. So he fell into that narrative just like you. Canelo's gonna knock him out. Canelo's too big. Canelo's too strong. He's gonna make it look easy and come home with the WBC title. Canelo got beat up. Canelo got beat up. Canelo got beat up. So that's what people don't understand. The fighters make the belts. The belts do not make the fighters. If I was to make the box center belt and Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, and all of the big names go to my sanctioning body, the same day the WBC turns into a piece of shit. The same day. Is that what has to happen for Crawford haters to understand that the fighters are bigger than the belts? It's the fighters that make the belts. Over and over, you're gonna see that theme. And it's funny because if you're really watching boxing, right, as a boxing fan, who are you watching? Who are you really watching? Are you watching the belts? Are you watching Mauricio Sulaiman? Or are you watching the fighters? Terrence Crawford just became the $100 million guy. They put him on GQ. Eric Gomes, you work a 9 to 5 for less than $50,000 a year. Don't talk about money. Don't talk about money. You're over there flipping burgers for $12 an hour. You want to talk about hundreds of millions of dollars. Don't do that to yourself. Brad, Brad Langley, it's like he's trying to deny undisputed to Terrence. Like he's trying so hard. Like he don't realize how he makes himself look by making these arguments. It's like, yo, trust me, Eric Gomes, you're able to make these arguments in the chat of a YouTube live because nobody's looking at your face. But if you put your face behind those words that you be saying, bro, you will be getting cooked on social media. You could do that right here, but you will be getting cooked on social media, bro. Sad. They hate that Bud is the king. Imagine, bro, Eric Gomes spent 3 months telling me that Canelo was gonna knock him out. That Canelo was gonna make him look easy. That there's weight classes for a reason, and he knows boxing. And look, this is what he got. Of course he's going to go against Terrence Crawford. You think about this, my people, and tell me if I'm exaggerating. You guys tell me if I'm exaggerating. The same people who said that Errol was gonna knock Crawford out, Canelo was gonna knock Crawford out. Crawford hasn't beat nobody. Imagine if little Gamboa heard him, what these guys are gonna do to him. All the people that said that dumb shit that sound like you don't know shit about boxing, they're the same ones now saying, no, pay the fee. He gotta pay to Sulaiman. Huh? What are you talking about? Now you want to side with the sanctioning body? You look goofy as hell, bro. You got fans talking about no, other guys paid the sanctioning fees. He gotta pay the sanctioning fees too. When in your life have you ever sided with the sanctioning bodies? When? Who? Like I've been following boxing for over 35 years, my peoples, and I never seen fans side with the sanctioning body. Now all of a sudden they hate Crawford so much that now they like, no, no, it's about the sanctioning body. Now look, the people who was Errol Spence fans became Canelo fans. And now the Errol Spence and the Canelo fans, they became Mauricio Sulaiman fans. Let that shit sizzle in your spirit. These motherfuckers will be fans of anybody that's going against Crawford. I'm their fan and I'm supporting them to the fullest. How you never asked for people to give the sanctioning bodies money and now you're doing that to Crawford, man? That's crazy. Crazy. Drifting. So Canelo already been beat. If you put anyone against Crawford that has a loss, they doomed. Spence got his ass whooped. But look, Spence got beat up brutally, and the excuses came right after. Everybody that was telling me that Errol was gonna knock Crawford out, they switched it up. So the car accident, the eye, and Errol, he didn't smoke weed that day, so he didn't feel right when he stepped in the ring. I don't know how many excuses I heard, bro. I have no idea, my people. By the way, salute to everybody tuning in on Box Center 2.0, on Box Center with Jay Smith. My peoples, enjoy the fight today with you guys, talking a little bit of boxing. And let me just point out, hold on, because there's some fights that are coming up, but this is one that we spoke about this week. The people keep bringing up, the people making predictions, and and this is that type of fight, man, that has people making stuff up out of thin air and coming up with conspiracies. But at the end of the day, man, they're gonna step in the ring, and I believe those conspiracies that people got, they're gonna be debunked real quick. What fight am I talking about? What fight do people keep putting conspiracies around it? I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. People don't want to believe it's a real fight, y'all. Brett Lange and Tio acting like he wants smoke with Crawford. Nah, but he can't. We already know he said it himself that he was just messing around, joking around, and whatnot. Um, but Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul, my people, some say that this fight is fake, that they not really gonna fight for real, that um, even that AJ is gonna take a dive. He's gonna take a dive. That they got this whole thing set up. All of that stuff is being floated around about this fight. I'm here to tell you, my peoples, that this is gonna be a real fight. Forget about all that stuff, all the conspiracies. That's why I tell people in this channel, I'm not down with the conspiracies. I don't do those. We're not here to make stuff up out of thin air. We're not here to make assumptions. No, we're here to talk about what's going on, right? And as of right now, what's going on is that Jake Paul signed a contract to fight Anthony Joshua, and it's a real fight. It's an 8 rounder. It's going into box rec. I have no reason to believe that there's anything fake about this fight. Nothing. What I do have reason to believe is that Jake Paul is gonna get brutalized. Jake Paul getting knocked out. Now I'm telling you, my people. Drifting Sword. Jake Paul shouldn't have done that. Well, Paul got lawyers tried to combat the fact that people calling his fights fake. And I feel that, but let me tell you something. And I want you to consider. Anthony Joshua is a guy who has an amateur pedigree, obviously Olympic gold medalist. He's a guy who's a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, been on the big stage many times, been in big fights, and most importantly, he's a wealthy man. AJ's been making millions of dollars for a long time, my people. Millions of dollars per fight. He got a lot of money. Taking all those facts into consideration. Remember when he fought Francis Ngannou? The mindset he had going into that fight was like, oh, you coming from MMA and you think you can mess with me? I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I'm gonna show you what this boxing is about. And now he's going into this fight with the same mindset. Like Jake Paul, you really think you could beat me? A reporter asked him, "You think it's crazy that Jake Paul want to fight you?" And he's like, "Nah, I don't think it's crazy. He thinks he could beat me. So that's not in the contract, no stipulations. It's a fight, and he believes he could beat me. I guess we're gonna see. We're gonna see." He's going into that fight feeling disrespected. Like, oh shit, this guy thinks he could beat me. Okay, we're gonna see. I'm gonna show you a little something. Sad, Jake Paul thinks acting a clown will save him. Tiptoeing and shit. I don't even know what he's doing. I guess maybe for the pick, so he could look closer to AJ's height. But he looked goofy as hell doing that. Bobby Zucker, Joshua will flatten Jake Paul. It's gonna be brutal. If the referee, remember I told you this, my peoples, if the referee or his corner don't save him, there's gonna be a brutal knockout. One of those one punch knockouts. Brad Lange, nah, I don't see AJ taking a dive. That's horrible for his legacy. I think it goes as long as AJ wants it to. 4 to 6 rounds, or however long AJ wants it to last. If he decides to pour it on, and he says, I'm gonna get you out of here the first round, he could gotta get him out of there in the first round. He could absolutely. But if you want to fight smart and respect the fact that Jake Paul is a boxer and he got power, you want to fight smart, it could go a couple of rounds. It could go a few rounds. Especially if Jake Paul goes on survival mode. Drifting Soul. Anthony Joshua is gonna F Paul up. Flatline Nagano. See what he did? And he went in there with that approach, like, so this dude really think that he could come from MMA and beat me, a two-time heavyweight champion of the world? Come on, man. Slapped him brutally. That's what I'm talking about, side. AJ is fixing to get that type of appetizer. Underrated Will. Good morning, Jay Smith and chat. Salute, my brother. Bam. Northside. Nagano hasn't got money like Jake Paul. It doesn't matter what type of money he got. They both going to sleep the same way. Drifting Soul. Jake Paul is a legit boxer, a high level amateur, borderline pro. But Joshua is an Olympic level athlete that was so much with so much experience. You see, well, I wouldn't say Jake Paul elite level amateur to be honest. Honest, he could be a good amateur, but right now he go in the amateurs and there's guys that shutting him out completely, completely shutting him out. He could be a good amateur, win some fights, but the elite level guys, the guys that win, the big tournaments, now they watching him. They make him look nasty. But he's a legit boxer. He definitely people that say he's a fake boxer, they're on denial. This guy's already been training 6, 7 years. Anybody trains for 6, 7 years with real boxing coaches, with real boxing trainers, with the best equipment available, with the best nutrition available. Man, in 6, 7 years, you're gonna become a boxer. You'll never be elite, you'll never be world championship caliber, but you're gonna become a good boxer. Northside, Jake Paul is multi-billionaire. He owns 99% of what multi-billionaire. That's a stretch, my guy. Hold on, chill. That's a stretch. He got a lot of money. He got a lot of money. Multi-billionaire. I don't know how you came up with that. That sounds like you just made it up out of thin air, bro. Like, why not? He's not gajillionaire, quadrillionaire. Like, what else? Got a lot of money. Brad Landy. I don't think Jake is an elite level amateur. I would say amateur. I know a few 60-year-olds that would crash Jake. Facts. Drifting soul. Jake Paul isn't a billionaire. I don't know where this came from. He's a multi-billionaire. God damn. Northside, his brother, a multi-billionaire too. You got it, fam. I don't want to argue about people's money. You got it. Northside, Google how much Prime is worth. Lower points a bit. You got it, fam. A lot of money. You want to talk boxing? The guy want to talk how much money they got. Let's talk boxing, my G. Um, Look, for those, I saw somebody betting money. Think about this, my peoples. I saw somebody betting $100,000 that Jake Paul's gonna win the fight. 100,000. Let that sizzle in your spirit. And how much you think he's gonna win off of betting 100,000 off of Jake Paul if he wins the fight? You're like 1.2 million or some crazy shit. Millions of dollars. Well, not millions, 1 point something. And he said he posted the betting ticket, and he was like, "Thank you in advance, Jake Paul." That means if if Jake Paul wins, well, he's gonna be a millionaire. But damn, if he losing 100K, that's tough. That's tough. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to lose, my people. 100K on an underdog. You gotta listen. For you to put money on an underdog, that type of money, that's tough. So I really believe. And just looking at the size difference, looking at the size difference between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, I wouldn't put a dime on Jake Paul, bro. A dime. But that's just me. If you want to put your money in the garbage, have at it, my people. By the way, man, I've been going at it with y'all for an hour and a half. 12 likes, that's diabolical. And on Boxella 2.0, like 7 likes, that's diabolical. My peoples, stop ducking that like button, man. Double tap that screen. Golly. How much cooking we got to do for you of this sweet science early in the morning for you to hit that damn like button? Stop playing with me. But I gave y'all my prediction, man. That's how I feel like this fight is going to play out. Somebody going to sleep. Somebody is going to sleep in brutal fashion. We got on the way also, and this is gonna be a good fight, my peoples. And I have not made a prediction. I've not made a prediction, but I will. I will. Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. Come on now. Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios is a good fight. Brad Lange, I go with a Jake Paul worth 100 million. Logan is worth 150 million. Golly. So Jake Paul is like 900 million away from a billion, and Logan Paul is 850 million away from a billion. Why do people even do this shit, man? They got a lot of money. You don't have to just make up, show up talking about they got gajillion dollars. Come on, stop that. Stop talking about other people's money. They millionaires. Santiago Ramirez, what's up? Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm saying though, man, I've been going at it for an hour and a half. Got 13 likes. Man, I feel like I'm out there getting pummeled. I got Ryan via Barrios being a company man and taking a dive. Whoa. Whoa, you got the champion taking a dive for Ryan Garcia. You got Ryan Garcia becoming a world champion for the first time in his career. And I'm going to say this. The Jay Stradamus prediction has always been that Ryan Garcia will become a world champion at some point in his career. Is this going to be it against Mario Barrios? Volty Max, salute, bam. Brad Lange, side, Ryan taking a dive. Nah, what he's saying is that Mario Barrios is going to take a dive. More, salgan para acá, more, salgan. Ya yo casi voy a terminar. I love you too, Ryan. Come give me a hug. Northside, I got Conor Benn becoming undisputed. Conor Benn is going to make it real interesting. It looks like he's going to get the winner of Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. Let's see how that's going to play out. How is that going to play out? Because one thing to consider, how is Conor Benn going to be moving down two divisions? It's tough to move up too, but going back down is also a tough task. Multi Max, are you a martial artist? No, I'm not a martial artist, bro. We talking boxing. You got anything boxing you want to talk about, my G? Brad Lange, side. Oh, I didn't see you put via my back. Northside, you see what he did to Eubank Jr. Yes, of course. But again, moving up two divisions is tough. But moving back down two divisions can affect you. We saw Roy Jones Jr. We saw Roy Jones Jr. and what happened with him. Volty Max, you know boxing? Volty Max, if you have been listening, you should have known. But if you have to ask that question, it tell me that you either a dummy or a goofball. Whichever one you is, you already wasted too much of my time. Welcome to the Black Party, dummy. Motherfucker gonna go in here. You know martial arts? You know boxing? Shut your dummy ass up. Northside, he moved up two weight classes and put the pause on you backs. My God, if you've been following me, I predicted that he was gonna win that fight. You're telling me about what I predicted was gonna happen? I predicted that. Brad Lange, Conor Benn, he good, but nah, I don't think he's top at 147. Um, man, we gotta see, cause 147 is competitive. It's a division where you're going to see people battling it out for them titles. So it's tough to call it, man. I know Conor Benn is a special fighter, and I've been saying it. And I predicted that he was going to win that rematch. But I don't know how he's going to be moving down two divisions. How is that going to affect him? Because you also have to take into consideration he went up two divisions, and what's the first thing that happened? He lost. He got beat convincingly in that first fight, right? But now for that second fight, he was more acclimated to the weight. He felt more comfortable. Come on now. Felt more comfortable. Come on. Oh, that's the one. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. Mm, nah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. I was gonna cook your ass, but let me give you a chance. Give you an opportunity. Side. Northside, Bud moved up two weight class and put pause on Canelo too. Put the beats on. Northside. If Ben can move down two weight classes and whoop Devin or Garcia, that's special, of course. Um, I'm not gonna say Garcia yet, because you're saying if he moved down and beat Garcia, but right now Ryan Garcia has never won a title. Now, if Ryan wins a title against Mario Barrios, that gives him a good win if he could beat Ryan. That would give him a good win. But right now, remember, Ryan Garcia hasn't won a title yet in his career. Now, Devin Haney's very accomplished in multi-divisions, multiple divisions. Northside, Ben moving down two divisions, classes, two weight classes, was stopping Bud. That doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? Stopping Bud. They're not even in the same weight class. Side, Bud is king. He does what he wants. Of course, bro. Terrence Crawford showed the WBC and it's showing them that he's bigger than them. He's bigger than they goofy ass belt. Side, Connor has yet to get a belt, and that's my point. It's hard to put him as the guy when he hasn't won a title yet. And I said it, that was a great win. That was a big win versus Chris Eubank Jr., especially after losing to him. But he got accomplished. He also got to start getting them accomplishments. Brett Landy, yeah, but Eubank was going through health issues. And honestly, that's a fact to consider too. He was. He was going through some things. He looked nothing the same in that second fight. But part of it is the beating that he took in the first fight. Because I said it before. Even though Chris Eubank Jr. won that first fight, he took a lot of nasty punishment. He took a lot of big punches. And actually, he was hospitalized for I don't know how many days. So it wasn't an easy fight for him. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This was another episode of Box Center. Um, got to watch the main event from yesterday, which I missed it. Glad I got to see it. Glad I got to call the fight. Pacheco did what he had to do to get the W. Sergio is a tough, tough opponent, my people. Salute to everybody who tuned in this morning. Happy Sunday to y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. Boxing for breakfast, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. We're gonna be talking about some of the fights from this weekend. By the way, salute to Sky Nicholson. Congratulations. Got the W, got her hands on that title. Active, doing what she does. My peoples, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. Boxing for breakfast is gonna be lit. Jason is gonna be in the building, and you guys know what we do. You guys know how we do. Salute to everybody who tuned in on Box Center, behind the scenes on Box Center 2.0. I'm out of here, my peoples. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Bam. Peace and love to everybody, y'all. Bam. We out of here, my peoples. Yo, hold on, cause this the behind the scene camera, my people. This the behind the scene camera right here. The show has already ended. So this is something that I want to start doing. I want to start having a behind the scenes so that people can see what's going on when I'm setting up shop to start the show. People can, see when I finish, how I end the show, and everything in between. We in here. I see some of you guys. Oh, whoa! You're doing two live streams. That's how we doing it. You're gonna be seeing two live streams oftentimes because I'm gonna be doing the behind the scenes. So as you can see, the show is over, right? I'm gonna be doing that more often. Where even after I finish the show, this is the behind the scenes footage, so you guys get to hang out with me a little bit longer, um, and see how I'll be working. I'll be grinding my people, and I'll be showing you since we're behind the scenes. I get to show you guys a little bit more. Look, remember to subscribe, my peoples. I mean, not subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, J underscore shit. Hold on, J underscore Smith 134. There you have it right there. Follow me on Instagram, my peoples. I post a lot of exclusive content on here. A lot of videos that you're only gonna see it. Shit, man, hold on. A lot of videos. Hold on, man. I'm trying to show you guys. There's a lot of videos that you're only gonna see if you follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of content, my peoples. Look, look. I'm trying to put you on, my peoples. So if you subscribe to Box Center 2.0 and you enjoy the content, you definitely want to follow me on J Smith 134. Check it right there. And and I want to show you guys something so you can see. Why is Box Center your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show? Very simple. Look, that's a story that I posted on this Instagram. Let's see who's seen that story. Who do you recognize that's seen that story? Oh, there goes Twin Charlo. There goes Shakur Stevenson. There goes Terrence Crawford. So you recognize those names, right? If I go here to the next story, look at the next story, my peoples. Ryan Garcia, Carmel Moulton, Shakur Stevenson. So again, you see that some of the best out there be tuning in once in a while. You see Zab Judah, Carmel Moulton, Shakur Stevenson. We go to this story right here, the last one. Gabriela Fondora, undisputed champion. So there's a little behind the scenes right here, my people. So you see on Instagram, I'll be posting a lot of stuff. And let me also show you my Facebook, my people. Look, that's my Facebook right there. So go ahead, follow me on Facebook as well, Smith. Lots of content drops on here consistently. Videos, images, stuff I post. So no doubt you want to follow me on there as well. And there you have it, my peoples. This is the behind the scenes of Sunday morning box center. My peoples, I'm out of here. I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody who tuned in. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. And tomorrow, make sure you tune in to a brand new episode of Boxing for Breakfast. We're going live at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. My peoples, I'm out of here. One love to everybody, yo. Bam. Nos fuimos.